Flying Spur has given jockey Glenn Boss the ride of his life in the Golden Slipper at Rosehill Gardens. Boss only picked up the ride this morning after Jim Cassidy was suspended for 6 months. Flying Spur is Freedman's third straight win in the world's richest race for 2-year-olds.
Millrich, the filly, is coming after him quickly and getting between them. Flying Spur, and look at Octagonal jumping out of the ground. Flying Spur hit the front. Flying Spur wins the slipper.
Flying Spur paid $22.40 for the win, Octagonal second and Millrich third. Earlier in the day, Stony Bay won the $1 million BMW.
You wouldn't believe it, Stony Bay has come again to win over Journey.
Touradou ran third. The Rosehill Gardens crowd reflected the rich day's racing, but beneath the glamour and champagne, something more sinister was bubbling. An alleged race-fixing syndicate involving 10 jockeys. The AJC launched an inquiry into police tapes which allegedly exposed the scam. Top jockeys Larry Cassidy, Kevin Moses and today's slipper winner Glenn Boss have spoken with stewards at Randwick. But Jim Cassidy, following legal advice, refused to appear and received an immediate 6-month suspension. Last night he lost his appeal to the Supreme Court and missed today's ride on slipper winner Flying Spur. Racing authorities will hear a further appeal from Cassidy on Tuesday. Marianne Dibbs, 10 News.
Australia is predicting an
Ken, I saw a horse who hasn't got as big a heart as Trevor Hendy, and I refer to Jeune, who looked a certain winner in the BMW when he got to the lead in the straight, but spat the dummy and gave up in the last 50 metres to run second to Stony Bay.
200 mark, Jeune takes a narrow lead over Stony Bay, who's fighting back, and they're clear of Touradou. Jeune's ahead in front, Stony Bay is coming again. Jeune might be turning it up. Stony Bay fighting back after being headed, and you wouldn't believe it, Stony Bay has come again to win over Jeune.
Yes, he gave up today, Jeune. Stony Bay, Shane Dye at 4-1, Jeune even money favourite, and Touradou third at 8-1. The Ansett Australia Stakes, this could be the best 3-year-old filly in Australia.
The 200, Northwood Plume is rounding her up quickly. 2 lengths away, Vito Dara running on strongly, but Northwood Plume gave Euphoria pneumonia. Shot straight past her at the 100 mark, and it's all Northwood Plume, and a clearly superior filly on the day. Draws away to win easily over Vito Dara.
She certainly looks the winner of the AJC Oaks in a couple of weeks. Northwood Plume, Damien Oliver, 5-4 on. Vito Dara, 7-1, and Euphoria at 14-1. If you think today was good, wait for next Saturday, the Derby and the Doncaster.
Another beauty.
Beauty.
Thanks, John. The weather is next, then the restaurant with...
Result for one jockey, bitter irony for another, in a sensational Golden Slipper today. With Jim Cassidy suspended amid the race-fixing scandal, his replacement, Glenn Boss, rode Flying Spur to victory. Lee Freedman becoming the first trainer to win 3 successive Golden Slippers. There didn't appear a lot going for Flying Spur. Not only had Jim Cassidy's suspension disrupted preparation, the #1 barrier is probably even worse than the outside lanes highly fancied Strategic and Our Mace K drew.
And Strategic and Our Mace K on the extreme outside are away brilliantly over Rustic Lady. Millrich is scooting through and is going to lead.
Our Mace K ran superbly to lead into the straight, but the Lee Freedman trained Flying Spur found something even his connections were surprised to see. Glenn Boss bringing out his best.
Millrich is going after him. Zed Rich is bullocking into the clear, followed by Flying Spur and Kidman's Cove. Our Mace K clear with 100 to go. Millrich, the filly, is coming after him quickly and getting between them. Flying Spur, and look at Octagonal jumping out of the ground. Flying Spur hit the front. Flying Spur wins the slipper. Flying Spur for Glenn Boss.
3 successive slippers for Lee Freedman, but it was really Glenn Boss's moment. Only last night he found out he had a start in Australia's premier 2-year-old race.
About the 300 metre mark, it was a bit tight between runners, and he didn't want to really take the run at first. And then when I got busy on him, once he pursued that run, it was virtually all over. When he hit the front, he really powered to the line. So it was a good feeling.
Flying Spur had drifted out to 25-1. Octagonal and Millrich filling the minor placings. Now to the BMW.
Jeune takes a narrow lead over Stony Bay, who's fighting back, and they're clear of Touradou. Jeune's ahead in front. Stony Bay is coming again. Jeune might be turning it up. Stony Bay fighting back after being headed, and you wouldn't believe it, Stony Bay has come again to win over Jeune.
Stony Bay recovering in the straight to win from the even money favourite, Jeune. Steve Elkington is the best placed Australian at the halfway mark of the US Masters, 4 under the card, 5 behind the leader. American Jay Haas fired a second round 64 to lead at 9 under par. Greg Norman has also come into contention with a 68. Ian Baker Finch at 16 over again missed the cut and must be considering his future in the game.
Unlike yesterday, Augusta National produced perfect weather, although Australia's Wayne Grady couldn't produce the perfect round, dropping a shot today. Greg Norman was looking for better things today and was at 4 under until this wayward second shot left him in trouble on the 18th.
And the cry is out that this one too is going to miss.
That cost him bogey. He's sitting 3 under the card. Best of the Aussies is Steve Elkington, who started the day at 1 under but quickly picked up another shot on 2. He kept up the momentum with a super chip at 8 to set up another birdie. Elko then produced one of the putts of the day, this monster eagle at 13, helping him along to 4 under at the halfway stage. Foreigners have won 6 of the last 7 green jackets, but Jay Haas today set about changing the trend.
Yes. Jay Haas takes the lead.
He stormed home with 4 straight birdies to head the field at 9 under after finishing 1 shot off the Augusta National course record after a sizzling 8 under 64.
That is the lowest round at the Masters in 5 years.
Another American in the running is John Houston. After a 66, he's 1 off the pace. Well, Ben Crenshaw fired a 67 today. He's 2 from the lead.
Right at the hole. Great shot.
Defending champ and co-overnight leader Jose Maria Olazabal slipped from 6 under to 4 under today.
Bingo.
Well, one of the shots of the day goes to Scott Hoke with this approach at 13.
He's got it going right at the pin. Yeah, I'd say so. And right in the middle of the hole.
Not bad. The Australians have dominated the 4th day of the Fred Hollows International Run, winning the Orange to Bathurst leg in freezing temperatures and snow. Arctic weather swept across the central west of New South Wales, making long-distance running a chilling ordeal. The Aussies hit the road in 7th place overall this morning, but iced all comers in today's first leg. They were forced to run minus 1 team member due to injury, but surged into Bathurst 2 minutes 50 seconds ahead of their nearest rival, Kenya. But it looks like it will be the team from Zimbabwe, the winner of today's 2nd leg from Bathurst to Lithgow, that will take line honours in Parramatta tomorrow. It's been a controversial day at the Australian surf lifesaving titles on the Gold Coast. Defending Ironwoman champion Carla Gilbert failed to qualify in her semi-final, but fired in a protest and will line up in tomorrow's final.
Carla Gilbert looking